as an engineer with Portland West, I'm passionate about improving the quality of life in Topeka, and I get to do that through my job. And it's great that I get to do something I'm passionate about. I do that by improving the roads that we drive on. I'm involved with the Bikeways Advisory Committee, and I think that is a great way to improve the quality of life, give families an opportunity to go out and enjoy each other and enjoy the outside without having to drive somewhere.
I'm passionate about making an impact in the community, and I take a little bit different approach to that, in that I think it's best to focus on a couple things that you do really well instead of spreading yourself out across a bunch of different organizations where you may only make a little bit of an impact. I've been extremely involved with the Topeka Active 2030 Club, the Topeka Bar Association, with TARC, and I've tried to focus my efforts to make Topeka a better community through my work.
When my wife and I were trying to decide where to open our own private practice, one of the biggest drawing factors to Topeka in this area is that it was going to get us a lot closer back to our families, and we both being from Kansas really enjoy the Midwest and wanted to be back in this area. And I like Topeka especially. There's a lot of outdoor opportunities in this area, and really enjoy the outdoors, and wanted to have access to that as well. And additionally, Topeka has a strong dental community and really had a great need for another pediatric dentist, and so it was a good business fit as well in order to be able to plug in and provide a service that was in high demand in the area.
Michael is just passionate about everything he does, and he's someone that just loves life. He's just wonderful to be around. If you're ever around him for any period of time, you just know he just exudes excitement. He loves kids. Of course, he's a pediatric dentist. He's a guy that he's just involved. He loves kids. He's a great asset to the community and a great asset to the dental community, both in Topeka and our state.
I'm passionate about connecting people to each other and to information, where people overlap or their commonalities, and bringing that together to make a stronger community or just to help people. I'm an AmeriCorps alumni, so I've been volunteering for a long time. Probably my most recent volunteering was with the North Topeka Arts District and helping with the Blues and Barbecue event that they had not that long ago. So I did the marketing piece of it. So putting together press releases and flyers is a fun way to be involved, kind of behind the scenes.
Well, Brittany, I think, is just an extraordinary individual and young professional. She catches the vision and core values of the organization she's working with quickly, and can assess what's going on as far as her job expectations, and then kind of reimagine it and move ahead and kind of transform things in a way that many of the rest of us would never have thought of. And we've just had a tremendous amount of success based on what she has done, and the enthusiasm and creativity that she employs, that she uses in pretty much everything she does. Brittany, congratulations on being named one of the 20 under 40 for Topeka. You are a gem. It's my pleasure to know you and work with you personally, and the value that you have brought to our internal team and also to the members that we serve around the state is really remarkable, and I wish you the best in your own journey and in our journey together.
Women Empowerment provides those programs that I didn't have as a teenager. I'm from Liberal, Kansas, which is a very small town in southwestern Kansas, and we didn't have programs like that. We had teachers that were very important in our lives because we did have that small classroom and those neighborhood teachers that you could always rely on. But like teen pregnancy programs, leadership building summits, we didn't have that. So I feel like I'm giving back to the community in which I didn't have as a teenager in Liberal, Kansas. So we just collaborate with different community partners to bring programs to girls in our community. All of our programs programs are free and they will always remain free. So that's one of those barriers that families and kids never have to worry about in regards to women empowerment, because we're providing a free service to them.
I nominated Chevette because I think Chevette is an outstanding leader and an entrepreneur. She's someone that has a heart and a vision for the Topeka community. She's someone who really has a great deal of compassion and wants to see people succeed, particularly young women of color. I think that's needed, that's a skill that's really necessary here in our day and age to reach some of those unusual voices that exist in that subset of the community, and to try to bring those people up, to lift them up and help them achieve their own goals and visions.
I came here for the curiosity and interest of seeing those major dangerous storms and to help to cover them and to help keep people safe if I could. Why would I look someplace else? I get to cover the most amazing weather in the world. I get to help people here and see it. And the people here are so good to me. If I go to the grocery store to pick up bananas or toothpaste, someone's going to stop and say, "Hey Jeremy, we watch you every day, we love what you guys do," or "Hey Jeremy, did you make this weather? Do we thank you for this weather?" Or they'll joke with me, "Hey Jeremy, is this rain your fault today?" And you know, I've also gotten the question at times, folks will ask me, "Hey Jeremy, do you ever get tired of people coming up and saying hi to you?" I say, "Of course not. That means that you're watching us. If you're willing to come up and say hi to me, it means you like what we're doing." And I enjoy the fact that the community embraces us the way they do.
What I so appreciate about Jeremy is his compassion and his caring for other people. You know, you can do the job he does without ever talking to other people. I mean, it's all about millibars and isobars and included fronts and all that, and warning people when storms are. You can hide inside the TV station and do your job well and predict storms and never reach outside. Jeremy doesn't do that. Jeremy continually looks for and reaches out for new challenge to make this a better community and do things that help people. And that's why I thought he deserved recognition. Jeremy, awards like this are nice, but what's more important is the difference you make in people's lives. Congratulations on the difference you're making in people's lives.
I think the thing that excites me about Topeka is all the potential. I came from Colorado Springs, so when I tell people I'm from there, they ask me why I'm living here. And I love, as an outsider, a transplant, telling people all the really cool, exciting things about Topeka and all the potential that we have, whether it be from downtown redevelopment to the arts districts growing. There's just a lot of unique things about Topeka and a rich history here. And I love that I've been accepted by the community here, and everybody's so friendly.
In Topeka, I like to volunteer with local animal rescues, like Helping Hands Humane Society. I spend a lot of my time organizing Tails on the Trail, which is a dog-friendly 5K to help raise money for the shelter. A friend and I started Tails on the Trail 3 years ago in an effort to help raise money for Helping Hands Humane Society, and the idea is to help them get into the new building on 21st and Bell so that they can be more centrally located, and the animals will have better access to people who will be potentially adopting. So the idea was to combine our love of animals with running, and it's the only dog-friendly 5K that's specific for people running with their dogs, and it's a really great time.
Lena has taken the necessary steps to build a strong foundation for her business here, not only locally, regionally, but nationally. She is one of those great statistics for women-owned businesses. Right now, there are 8.1 million in the nation that generate 1.3 trillion in revenues, and I think that's a very important piece because she is a model for Shawnee County women Across the board, Lena's passion and conviction to continue to build, reposition, and reinvent herself in her business is so strong. The evidence is that she just landed a licensing deal with Target. Not everyone gets to do that. She's a strong, woman-owned business, and Shawnee County is lucky to have her here. On behalf of the Greater Topeka Chamber, Go Topeka's Entrepreneur Minority Business Development, a sincere congratulations, Lena, a well-deserved honor.
I think Topeka is a great place to live because it's small enough that you can be involved in many different ways, but it's large enough that you have a lot of options. Over the years, I've been able and very fortunate to be involved in many different things. For me, a lot of it is being a good role model, whether it's reading to an elementary classroom or interacting with Washburn students. It's just important to listen and to give good advice, and then to be involved and check on those students even as they become alums and interactive in our community. I'm passionate about Washburn University. I know that's not a shock to anyone, but it's different because I've worked there 8 years. I am working for my alma mater, which was a dream of mine, and I'm in Ichabod, so that's awesome. But most importantly, it is the interaction that we have with students. I get to plan a lot of the fun events and tell a lot of great stories. But at the end of the day, the interaction I have with the students and watching them come in as freshmen and change and grow over the years and then graduate and become part of our community is really the best part.
I would say I'm most passionate about making sure that people are treated with equality and dignity and respect, and that sort of filters into my work that I do at the YWCA. I think one of our biggest accomplishments has been, and one of the things I'm most passionate about, has been sort of integrating art into what we're doing at the YWCA, which is serving victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. And we've recently, in the last few years, been able to incorporate that through some art therapy groups and some support groups that incorporate creating and art. And we were able to host sort of an art show for the community that exhibited all of the survivor artwork we had created over the course of a year. And I think really bringing that sort of added addition to the services we provide has been something I'm really proud of and really passionate about.
I'm passionate about just making Topeka a better place. Now that we have a child of our own, I want to make sure that Topeka is a place that continues to grow and is continuing to be a place where once he is grown, he either wants to stay here or wants to at least come back to. Through the Junior League at Topeka, we're really making an impact currently with the new project that we're initiating, kind of changing Topeka one diaper at a time with the new diaper depot, changing the way people think about diapers and the way people think about the health of our community.
I've been in management for about 10 years. I would like to think that I've instilled some good work ethic in a lot of employees that hopefully are going to continue to live here in Topeka and get good jobs and continue to make it a better place. I'm on the Parks and Rec board and the Friends of the Zoo board, and both of those organizations are doing some great things right now, and I'm glad to be a part of that. I think that when you combine my job in the travel and hospitality industry, I think I have a unique advantage to be able to help move a lot of things forward and to make it a better place for Topeka. I'm very passionate about my wife and my dogs, our little family. No kids, just a wife and dogs, but we spend a lot of time together.
Certainly Brett has a tremendous work ethic. Comes from a rural community where he was used to working from early in the morning to late at night, but also able to take on responsibilities and follow through on those responsibilities. And one thing in particular that I noted is that he is a great trainer of the people that come to work for him. So they can rely on him for guidance and training for the jobs they're asked to perform, and continue to rely on him as they get into some difficulty or they run into challenges with those jobs. I'd like to personally congratulate Brad Otting for this award, for being named one of the 20 under 40 for this year, and on behalf of me and the 300 employees of our company, we are very thankful to have him on board and appreciate the great service that he's offered to our company and to this community.
My job is working with the YWCA, and I am the Girls on the Run director. And one of the things that we do is we work with young girls in 3rd through 7th grade, and we use running as a tool to teach them about life skills, teach them about self-esteem, and empower them through the program. I have seen in the time I've worked with this program huge changes in our girls, watching them go from shy and not sure of themselves to the leader of the pack, and moving from not being able to run for 10 minutes to being able to do 5Ks. So we've seen huge strides in their self-esteem and their physical abilities. My passion would be working with kids, and especially working with young girls and helping them to develop their self-esteem and leadership skills.
Amy Pinger is a jewel. She is somebody that every employer would like to have on staff. I can absolutely give Amy any type of an assignment, and she takes and is back with it flying. She is running the Girls on the Run program right now, and probably the most phenomenal person that could be running that program. She has the unique ability that she can work with youth, she can work with adults, she can work with groups, she can work one-on-one. Amy's young, but she's one of those old souls, and she just has the ability to maneuver through programming and developing it and growing it. Amy, congratulations to you on behalf of the YWCA. We're so very proud of you. We know that you're a natural leader, and we're so glad that you're sitting with us at the table as we work through ideas. The thing I'm really worried about, though, is you sitting at the table tonight at the dinner, because that baby's due, and we're holding our breath that you'll make it through the dinner tonight. Congratulations.
Some of the ways I see myself helping better the community is through my job as a nurse practitioner at Pediatric Associates. I provide health care to kids in the community, but I also provide resources, not only to the kids, but to their families. What I'm most passionate about is my kids and my family. My 3 children are just the light of my life, and my husband is wonderful, and really providing them with everything they need. Really what I focus on is helping in the community so that my kids can grow up in a good community with good things to do and good resources. And I also do a lot of my volunteering so that my kids can see how important it is to volunteer and provide back to your community. And I just think that's a part of being a good, well-rounded person. I think what I'm doing is I'm helping provide the fundraising and the money that supports the programs and services at TARC. The programs and what we provide to children, adults, and seniors in the Topeka community is invaluable. They need it, and we do change lives, and we do help people overcome obstacles, and we do some really amazing things there, and I'm proud to be able to support those programs by what I do at my job.
Allison is very committed to anything that she sets her mind to do. She is someone who goes above and beyond, and she is very loyal and always finds a way to make things happen when they need to happen. I've often said to her, I don't think we can do that way. Yes, we can. Watch. And she finds a way to do it. Congratulations, Allison, on this honor. It's well deserved, and everyone at TARC, myself included, are very proud of you and happy to say that you work for us.
I grew up here in Topeka, and after going to school and coming back, decided to make Topeka home and really get in and kind of set down roots, not just be here and live here, but really set down roots in the community and try and live in a way that supports the community, that makes not just how we live better, but the overall community better. One of the things that I really kind of excite excites me about living and working in Topeka is just starting to see a lot of the community coming together, all working towards a common goal, but they're really starting to come together and work together and kind of embrace arms and work as one towards that common goal of developing a better community.
As a former honoree for the 20 under 40, I knew that Zach had a passion for the community and a passion for the community cycle project. I can see it in Zach because he's a visionary. He really can synthesize ideas from completely different places and bring them together, put them in a package that's easy to understand, and get other people excited about making them happen. So Zach, on behalf of all of us at the Topeka Community Cycle Project, as well as Cords and Oil, congratulations on being a top 20 under 40 honoree.
One of my greatest passions would be my career. I'm a senior project manager and designer at Architect One, and when we can have a project that's mutually beneficial, not only for the client and the end user, but also for the architects, the engineers, the contractors, and the community as a whole, I believe that's an extremely successful endeavor. For volunteer activities, I really enjoy two of them that happen around Christmas time each year. The first one would be the Christmas Bureau through the United Way. I get to help with intake, and through that get to meet some really fun people that I probably wouldn't otherwise meet. And the second would be with Tark's Winter Wonderland. Each year our firm for one night volunteers to work the entrance, and that's always fun and exciting, and I'm the one usually jumping at the chance to hand out the razzle dazzle glasses.
Kind of the lifelong impact of being an Eagle Scout and living here is the network of individuals that I've known and have known me since I was literally 8 years old, and those are individuals who to this day are still mentors in my professional career. I'm passionate about equity, equality, making sure that kids of the next generation had the same opportunities that I did, making sure that if you go to the public school system, you get a good solid education that you can use as the fundamental building blocks as you go through your life. Because if we short circuit that process, it will be the end of the American dream.
My second trip to Philmont, I met Chad Taylor, and you know, from the moment I met him, I'm like, wow, this kid looks big and strong, rangy. I think he's going to be a great help to us, and so sure enough, it turned out he was a great leader. But he made me laugh the whole trip. He was so funny, and he always had some comment about something that just made me laugh, and it really was just the most enjoyable 10 days ever because Chad was so funny and so entertaining. But the other thing Chad would do, I will tell you that I noticed right away what a leader he was, because he was always helping. Maybe a younger or smaller kid that maybe was struggling with the weight of the backpack, and he'd take stuff out of the backpack and carry it and really not even make any big deal about it. When we get into camp, he'd be the first guy to volunteer to go another 3 miles to get food or water or whatever we needed to get, you know, and there was no fighting about who was going to go, and you know, he would volunteer and he'd be off and doing that. Chad, congratulations on this recognition. You certainly deserve the recognition that you're getting tonight. I've enjoyed knowing you since you were 16 years old, and it's just been a real joy for me to watch you grow and become the wonderful young man that you are. And again, congratulations.
I'm very passionate about giving back to the community with different organizations such as Big Brothers Big Sisters, which I'm a big sister, and my little Anissa, she's 15. She's always been somebody that I'm very, you know, really like getting together with her and going places, and I think it really makes her feel great. I also really enjoy now, I work with the Capper Foundation and I go read to the kids there. I'm also going to be on their committee for their big fundraiser next year. And then this past June they had a program, Lose the Training Wheels, which is where they took these kids and they went from their training wheels to 2 wheels. And the kid that we had, Cooper, had not been able to accomplish that last year. And so this year he came back and we worked with him, and it was just the best thing ever because he ended up getting to the 2 wheels. I'm also on the Mulvane Art Fair and really enjoy supporting the arts here in Topeka.
Mandy has worked for me for a long time. She started with me when she was 15 years old and a high school student. She came to us and it was immediately apparent that she was really an exceptional person. She's got an amazing amount of energy and drive and focus as a business person. And she's really got a lot of ambition in life, which really makes her dedicated as an employee, and she's always striving to do better. But as an employee, what I really value in her is that she doesn't just take her job with me as being important. She takes her responsibility to the community that we all live in as important as I do. Mandy, we are also glad that you are nominated for this wonderful award. Your achievements with us have just been beyond reproach, and we're thrilled to have you back on our team. And we know that you deserve everything that you've been awarded, and you will make it great things through life.
I guess when I first moved here about 10 years ago, I knew I'd be here a while because my brother and I were buying some businesses as we moved here, but as I've become more involved with the community, it would be hard to see myself somewhere else because I've worked pretty hard to dig those roots in and get as involved as possible. It's just a new energy here. Over the last few years, there's really been just kind of a surge of excitement, and you know that Topeka is right on the cusp of being something great, and there's a lot of people that want to make this a great town. So it's been pretty exciting to be involved in all of that from the get-go. So I'm anxious to see what comes of it, and I think we'll all keep moving forward with it.
Well, Ryan has a lot of outstanding qualities. I think one of the greatest things I've noticed is he's a thinker. He really thinks through everything. When I ask him questions, you can just see his mind is just churning with ideas and thoughts, but he really thinks through things and comes up with some great solutions to problems. And you know, as a young professional, I think he really understands what needs to happen, not only for his businesses, but for this entire community. Ryan, congratulations on being selected as one of the 20 under 40. Not only from me, but from our entire Downtown Topeka Incorporated board. And we're proud of you, and we're looking forward to working with you in the next year and years to come.